Welcome to A Balanced Life on the Go. I'm Dr. Nicole Lindsay, your host on this podcast, along with Dr. Brian Jeanette. This is a podcast designed to help connect you to a more balanced life on the go. Each week, we will bring you simple, concise, and easy to implement ideas, tips, and strategies to help you connect to better nutrition, movement, and thinking so you can achieve balance in your busy life. Isn't this what life is all about? Trying to achieve balance so that we can be healthy, happy, and live to our fullest potential. We're glad you joined us. Let's get started.
Today, I'm coming to you to talk about allergies, and most importantly, how to combat the symptoms of allergies and how to keep them away altogether. So we're going to dive deep into that. So if you're suffering with allergies or live or know somebody that is, then listen up. I'm going to start with a story about a little girl. We'll call her Denise. And Denise was a baby. She couldn't be more than a year old. She was asleep in her bassinet, and her mom was busy around the house cleaning and heard this loud, what sounded like a bark coming from where the baby was asleep. And the mom thought, surely this is, I don't know what that is. Surely this is not coming from my baby. But it scared her. So she went over to the bassinet and hovered and waited. And sure enough, that barking noise came again. And what the mom discovered is that that noise was actually baby Denise coughing. How could this precious baby make a noise like that? Well, this was the start of allergies for baby Denise. And the truth is, allergies are so common. 1 in 5 people suffer with allergies. According to Allergy and Asthma Foundation of America, 50 million Americans suffer with allergies, whether they're seasonal, food, or other types of allergies. Allergies are so common that we think they're normal. In fact, when I'm treating patients and we get into this discussion and conversation about allergies, I will hear time and time again, yes, I have allergies, just the normal allergies. There's no such thing as normal. If you are suffering with allergies, it means that there's an imbalance in your body. We're going to talk more about that. So listen up. Denise's mom didn't know that allergies were not normal, that they were just common. So she did as most people do when they suffer with allergies. She took baby Denise to the doctor, the pediatrician. And of course, the doctor then prescribed some sort of medication. And when she got a little older, she started allergy shots. And this went on all the time. Allergy shots once a week, medication all the time. Denise was always sick, even though she was taking this medication, even though she was getting allergy shots. She was doing what she knew to do, both mom and Denise. And most people do take this path of medication for allergies because that's just what we know to do, right? We think allergies are normal, and we think living on allergy medication from acetaminophen to antihistamines, which can actually aggravate and cause more symptoms of allergies. But most people do this. That's their path because that's all they've ever known. So Denise's mom did not know that there is usually a cause, usually a reason why your body is reacting in such a way to create the symptoms of allergies. And she didn't know that there are natural things that she could do to help her baby girl. And she didn't know this. So we're going to cover this information. We're going to cover what are allergies? What does this mean for you and your body when you're suffering with allergies? What are the symptoms? What are the causes? And most importantly, I'm going to give you 6 tips that you can start adding into your lifestyle now to keep allergies and the symptoms gone. So let's dive into the first subject. What are allergies? Allergies, it's defined as a type of bodily reactivity or hypersensitivity to an allergen. And it's usually a response to a first exposure or an exaggerated or pathological immunological reaction to substances, situations, or physical states. So, in other words, allergies are due to a hypersensitivity in your immune system that causes damaging responses that can affect your whole entire body. So allergy symptoms occur when your body responds to allergens by producing a chemical called histamines. I know you've heard this before. That's why you take antihistamines, because your body's producing an overabundance of histamines when it's having an allergic reaction. And histamines work by counteracting the allergen in your body. Allergic reactions, basically, when your body is undergoing an allergic reaction, when it is in the process of an allergic reaction, this means that your immune system is weak. It means that there's something out of balance and something wrong in your body, and your body is sensing that. And that's why your body's behaving and reacting in that way. So an allergic reaction or an allergic response is a sign that your immune system is weak. And that tends to be the cause. Now, we have to figure out what is making your immune system weak. And there are many things which we'll talk about that could be causing that. But really, the problem is not the pollen, right? We go outdoors when it starts to get nice out. That's happening right now here in Asheville, and everybody wants to start doing yard work and planting, but it's their first time out and there's pollen. Things are starting to bloom because it's getting nice. So they start with an allergic reaction. And of course it's, the pollen's out, my allergies, right? We start blaming the pollen right away. Well, the truth is you should be able to adapt to pollen in your environment, to an overabundance of pollen in your environment. If you can't adapt, if your immune system cannot handle that because it's weak, then you may develop an allergic reaction and develop allergies. So what are the symptoms of allergies? They vary from person to person, and it depends on, how weak your immune system is, how severe the allergy is, how long it's been going on. And there are many, many things that can play into that, which we'll talk about that in a minute. But the symptoms are runny nose, itchy nose, stuffed up, congested nose, skin rashes, hives, redness, peeling, tingling or itchy sensations around the mouth and lips. That's a sign of allergies. Swelling of tongue, lip, face, throat, nausea, vomiting, coughing, wheezing, trouble breathing, and dizziness. All symptoms that you are having an allergic reaction. So the causes of allergies, what are they? Well, there are many, many things that can cause your body to experience an allergic reaction. Again, it doesn't mean that pollen or that substance is the devil and that you should stay out of, don't go outdoors ever again in the spring. It just means that this particular substance tends to cause a hyperactivity of your body if you have a weakened immune system. And these causes are going to be, of course, pollen, dust, foods like gluten, dairy, soy, tree nuts, eggs, shellfish, insect bites. Is another, or stings, a bee sting. Some people react to those. Animal fur and dander, mold, medication. Certain medications like antibiotics can cause allergic reactions. Latex, like what's in gloves, latex gloves, fragrance in personal care products, perfume, things like that, and smoking, which does include cannabis. All of these can be causes of allergic reactions. Conventional treatments, most of the time, what we've been conditioned to do is take that Western medicine route and path, and we get on meds, whether it's over-the-counter medications like decongestants, antihistamines. We may use eye drops, skin creams. We may get prescription steroids for those rashes and hives, which can absolutely push that deeper into the body and create more problems. And then some people even have to carry around an EpiPen if their allergic reactions are super severe. This is, like I said, the route that Denise's mom, the little girl from the beginning, took with her. She made sure that Denise went to her pediatrician, went to the doctor once a week, had allergy shots, made sure Denise had all the medication, over-the-counter meds, the steroid creams for all the rashes that surfaced. The problem with this strategy was that Denise never felt good. She was always sick. Her symptoms were always there to some degree. They may have been lessened here or there, but they always came back. This route never seemed to fix the problem. Her coughing, her sneezing continued, and she never really got the opportunity to play outdoors and do things that a lot of kids get to do, because everybody in the family was afraid that the allergies would act up. Right. So she was the kid always in the nurse's office. She was the kid always going home because she was sick. There was always an issue. And, Denise, she felt drowsy. She felt doped up. Most of her childhood, she remembers just feeling terrible. So not only did this strategy only alleviate the symptoms some, it didn't fix the problem, and it perpetuated the problem. And the reason that medication, over-the-counter medication for allergies, do that, aggravate the symptoms of allergies, is because they disturb the natural process of your immune system. The medications, the over-the-counter drugs, they alter your internal pH. We have a podcast on this where we dive deep into what your pH should be and things that affect it and how you can get it back in balance. But these medications and living on them, especially all season long, alters that pH and makes you dependent on the medication because your body doesn't ultimately know how to adapt and function without them. So that is not the actual solution to the problem. So what can you do? If you're suffering with allergies, you know somebody that is, how can you get out of that misery? Well, here we go. I'm going to give you 6 tips to keep those allergy symptoms away, make them go away, and keep them away. All of these tips are geared towards strengthening your immune system because that is ultimately the true cause to really fixing the problem. So number 1 is probably one of the hardest, but if you do it, you're going to see really good results with allergies. And it's a 2-part step. So part 1 of number 1 is an elimination diet. So we want to do an elimination diet, and we can do this through a detox. I recommend a 10-day detox. We help patients through that, standard process products. And basically, it is a food elimination diet because here's the thing. Most problems, and that includes allergies, start and end in the gut. If your gut is unhealthy, if you've been eating foods that you've had reactions to your whole life that are foods that aren't healthy for you and they've torn up your gut, most of the time you have a leaky gut now. And what that means is you have your gut is porous. And things that you eat and consume, chemicals that are in your body from products, they pass your intestinal lining now. And now your body knows that that is not okay. And your body starts developing antibodies and allergens against these bigger proteins and these bigger things that are passing your intestinal lining. So you will keep developing allergies day in and day out as you age until you heal that gut. And we're seeing this more and more, right? I mean, you can't get on a plane now and they can't feed you peanuts. They can't feed you this. They can't feed you that, because there's so many allergens. There's so many people that have allergic reactions to everything that now we all suffer, right? So we have to heal the gut to heal the problem. And the food elimination diet is a great way to do that. So through the 10-day detox, you're going to eliminate all the major foods that tear up your gut. For example, the glutens, sugar, soy, corn, and you're going to eat a certain way for 10 days and then gradually add those foods back in to see how your body reacts. In some cases, people don't ever add those food back because they feel so good. So that's part one, is doing a 10-day detox. And we can certainly help you with that. If you want to do that, reach out to our office and we'd be happy to point you in that direction or guide you through it. And part two is to then eat anti-inflammatory foods or an alkaline diet. Because most of us are more acidic and our pH has been off from foods, from medications that we've been on our whole life, we have a very acidic environment. And this does cause you to be more susceptible to allergies. So the foods we want to add in that are more anti-inflammatory are going to be lemon. Starting the day with a glass of water and squeeze a whole lemon in there. Very alkalizing. I'm getting lots of garlic, raw garlic, green leafy veggies, coconut milk, almond butter, staying away from gluten-free grains, breast milk. Mamas, feed your babies breast milk. One of the best things you can do to help your child avoid allergies is nurse them. And we also have a podcast regarding pH balance. I don't know if I mentioned that, but we'll make sure we put that in the notes here so that you can learn more about how to alkalize your diet. So that's tip number one. Tip number two is going to be to consume some local raw honey or bee pollen. This is an ancient remedy that works. Use what nature has provided you. Make sure it is local honey, though. Basically, the bees are going around pollinating the flowers, and then the honey that you're going to get from them, it has bits of the pollen in it. So as you consume that honey, you're building up antibodies to this pollen that's going to be in your area. So it's really important to do this prior to the season if you can. There's a study in the International Archives of Allergy and Immunology that showed patients taking honey had 60% lower symptom scores. They had 2 times as many asymptomatic days, and they used 50% less antihistamines. So this is really important. Very easy to do. Take a teaspoon a day, and that'll help your body build a tolerance to the local pollen. Number 3 is going to be nettles, and this can come in the form of stinging nettle leaf. You can buy it. I bought a big bag of organic nettle leaf on Amazon, and we actually have a recipe so that you can steep the nettles and make a tea. I'm drinking some right now, and it's actually very good. It tastes like green tea. What I do is I stick my local honey in it as well. I sweeten it, and drinking this can actually help you control the histamine response in the body. You can drink it hot, you can drink it cold, but you want to drink this before the season kicks in as well. There's so many benefits to nettles outside of allergies, but that's tip number 3. Tip number 4 is going to be use a neti pot. People, keep it handy, keep it in your shower, keep it on your sink. The neti pot is very easy to use. It clears the sinuses and removes congestion. It's a way to irrigate your sinus passages. And this has been used for hundreds of years in Ayurvedic medicine. And it's something that can also stop infections that are taking root, whether it's bacteria, viruses that are taking root in your nasal passages. It can change the pH of that internal mucosal lining so that that bacteria and that virus can't hold, can't turn into a sickness for you. And what studies show is that using a neti pot can help reduce upper respiratory illnesses and prevent them altogether. So very easy to use. Stick some sea salt in there, let the sea salt melt and irrigate out your sinuses both sides. It can be done every day. Tip number 5 is eucalyptus oil. What a powerful essential oil eucalyptus is. It's the most potent oil for killing allergic house mites in the house, which can cause severe allergic reactions. Eucalyptus oil, it reduces inflammation. It improves the detox ability of your body to rid of harmful bacteria, parasites, and microorganisms that can cause allergic reactions. The way I like to use eucalyptus oil is to create a roller blend, which I've made many of these in the office, and we've had them for sale. We put eucalyptus with lavender and lemon in there, and you can basically put this underneath your nose so that the air you're breathing can filter through that essential oil, that eucalyptus. You can rub it on the back of your ears, your chest. I walk around with this in my pocket and use it constantly. You can use eucalyptus oil in your, you can diffuse it. You can also put it in your neti pot. Put 3 drops in the neti pot. We will put a link to our essential oil, to doTERRA. That's the essential oil company that we recommend using, very pure oils, if you'd like to purchase those oils and use those yourself. So that's tip number 5. Tip number 6 is going to be chiropractic care. Chiropractic care is very effective for relieving allergy symptoms and keeping them away. And this is not a short-term fix, whereas a lot of these over-the-counter medications and things that we do for allergies are just temporary, just for the symptoms that you're experiencing right then and there, like an antihistamine. Chiropractic care is more of a long-term correction, a long-term fix to rid you of allergies. Chiropractic adjustments help your body become more balanced so it can combat those allergens, so it can help your body adapt to your environment. Because like we said before, if there's an imbalance somewhere and your body has a weakened immune system, when you put your body in a stressful situation, which could be more pollen in your environment, which could be that it's very cold out, any kind of stressful environment on a weakened immune system can cause you to become ill, which could mean allergic reactions. So when your spine is misaligned, when the bones of the spinal column are out of place, this can impact your nervous system. Your nervous system is connected to your immune system, to the little white blood cells that fight off viruses, bacteria, microorganisms. And when there's misalignment, that communication between your brain, your nervous system, and your immune system is altered. And this means your immune system might not be able to combat those allergens like it should. And therefore, we develop allergies, we develop hypersensitivities, and many other symptoms. Adjustments, a chiropractor will perform adjustments, realign the nervous system, strengthening that brain-body connection, and your immune system gets stronger. Now your immune system can handle those allergens. When it comes in contact, now your body can fight off these allergens, can deal with that excess pollen, can adapt accordingly, and now you don't break out an allergic reaction. Instead, you can happily plant, you can garden, you can bike, exercise, hike without having these allergic reactions. And you can fix that problem in your body by strengthening your immune system. And this is exactly what happened to Denise. At the age of 19, Denise got under chiropractic care. She didn't go for allergies. She went for neck pain from a car wreck that she was in. Interestingly, though, her allergies that she suffered with for her entire life that never got better with over-the-counter medication, prescription medication, allergy shots, on and on and on, they went away. Now, this didn't happen after one adjustment for Denise. It took a series. It took months. It took getting her healthy, which most patients, when they get under regular chiropractic care, they get healthy all the way around. Chiropractors are really excellent at helping patients develop a healthy lifestyle. That is part of what chiropractic is. It's not about neck pain, back pain. It's about enhancing your nervous system so that your immune system works better, so that every system of your body works better. So that is what Denise did. And this was such a powerful experience for Denise, because not only did this affect her life and health, she decided to become a chiropractor. Denise is me. That's my story. That's one of the reasons why I became a chiropractor, because it fixed my allergies. How awesome is that? So now I get to help patients day in and day out and teach them and teach you all about the powerful effects of chiropractic and of just strengthening your body, getting healthy, fighting off things like weak immune systems so that you don't have to deal with those symptoms anymore. So I hope that you gained a lot from listening to this. I hope you now can add these 6 tips into your lifestyle so that you can keep those symptoms away, make them go away forever, fix those symptoms, and get a healthier body. If there's anything we can help you with chiropractic, detoxing, essential oils, please don't hesitate to reach out at us at Back in Balance.